My name is Jeremiah Rigmaiden, and this is my presentation on African American stereotypes. Basically, there's four main stereotypes that all Americans see on television or in movies, and they all characterize African Americans usually in a negative light. The first one is the Sambo. The Sambo represents an African American male who has the characteristics of being ignorant, useless in society, or inferior. He's always seen laughing, joking around, maybe singing, dancing, trying to do something to entertain others. Doesn't take many things seriously. All he cares about is music, just some form of entertainment, just trying to make other people laugh. He was originally created in order to show that slaves were having fun during slavery times and that it wasn't all of misery and whippings and stuff like that. It makes Americans believe that African American men only care to entertain others and not about important issues in the world. Some common examples are Tracy Morgan's character in 30 Rock. His name is Tracy Jordan, and he's always seen being lazy or not wanting to do work, not being productive in the workplace. And another example would be Flavor Flav from the show Flavor of Love. He had his own reality show where he was trying to find love, but he never really took anything serious. He was always joking, making a joke about something. It was always something funny, never anything serious. The next stereotype is the mammy. The mammy was usually characterized as obedient, non-threatening, submissive, overweight, asexual, loyal. She originated in the slavery days, usually to show that black women were usually the caretakers of the slaves' daughters or sons. And they were made in order to show that black women weren't beautiful and they're not even a threat to white women when it came to finding a husband, boyfriend, partner. They were never seen as competition to the white woman. They were also created to show how black women could be inferior and walked all over and not be a superior race. Some examples could be Viola Davis and her character Aibileen in The Help. Another example could be Martin Lawrence's character when he played Big Mama in Big Mama's House. And then it could also be Florida, the character in Good Times, who was seen as the mom, the caretaker of the house, was always very loyal to her husband, never really spoke up, was always being walked over, and not really the most, uh, not the most beautiful woman out there. The next example is a brute. The brute was usually a free black man from slavery or just free in general, and he was always animalistic or sexual in nature. Some of his characteristics could be disobedient, muscular, unintelligent, violent, or sexual. He was commonly seen preying upon white women. He was created in order to show that African American men were always very violent and unhuman-like, to show that white Americans were more caring and gentle to others, and that African Americans were only animals and rude and mean and horrible, trying to be violent or trying to prey upon women. Some common examples could be Jamie Foxx's character Django in Django Unchained, and a real life example could be Mike Tyson, as we saw that he bit off the other wrestler's ear. The final example is Sapphire. This is one of the more recent stereotypes, and it was introduced as the smart-mouthed, quick-witted, sassy, loud, and aggressive black woman. The character originated from African Americans getting tired of being portrayed as being submissive, but instead of making them leaders or rational women, they became over the top angry, and now everything is just has to have a smart comeback, or they have to be aggressive with whatever they say, or sassy, loud, any negative characteristic that comes with it. It gives white women the characteristic of being quiet and reserved, passive, and some common examples could be Monique from the Parkers and Medea from all of the Tyler Perry Medea movies. And that was my presentation on media stereotypes and African Americans.